Have you ever had that thought, if only I could go back to change a word, a decision, a moment that seemed small, but now carries the weight of an entire lifetime? Maybe you turned down a job out of fear, and now you realize it could have changed everything. Maybe you stayed too long in a place where your heart had already left. Or maybe you simply skipped a visit. Your parents were there, waiting, but routine spoke louder. And now time has answered for you. You remember the call you never made, the I love you you never said, not just to a partner, but to your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. You thought they already knew, or that there would be time. Regret does not shout, it whispers, but it eats you alive. The truth is, what hurts the most is not the mistakes we made. It is the chances we never took. If you have ever felt that, this video is not just for you. It is about you. Regret is not the same as guilt. Guilt is the weight of a mistake, but regret is the weight of emptiness. It is when you realize you could have done something different. You had time, you had a choice, and you let it slip away. Regret is the movie that plays in your head when everything else goes quiet. It is the what if that never leaves, the missed chance that only exists now as a memory. Psychologists call it counterfactual thinking, but you already know what it feels like. It is that quiet pain that never fades, because it comes from what you did not do. If this video already made you think about someone or something, pause right now and give back with a click. Like this video and subscribe to Zenpex. We are just getting started here, and sometimes one honest reflection can completely change the course of your life. You might try to ignore regret for a while, but it never disappears. It waits until one day you look back and ask, why did I not live more bravely? When people reach the end of their lives, they do not talk about money or awards. They talk about what they did not do. Australian nurse Bronnie Ware spent years caring for patients in their final days. She listened to their most honest confessions, the kind you only speak when you know time has run out. She wrote about the 5 most common regrets of the dying. I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. How many of us are living someone else's script? I wish I had not worked so hard. We trade time with the people we love for goals that do not even belong to us. I wish I had expressed my feelings. Out of fear or pride, we hold in words that needed to be spoken. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. One simple message, "How are you?" could have changed everything. I wish I had let myself be happier. Life is not just about survival, but we forget that. And the most painful part is this: these regrets were not caused by a lack of opportunity, they were caused by delay. Most people knew exactly what they needed to do. They just thought they still had time, until they did not. And what makes this even more real is that I carry a story like this too. I will share it with you later in this video, something that marked me forever, and maybe it will speak directly to what you are living through right now. So stay with me until the end, because sometimes we need to hear someone else's pain to begin healing our own. Regret is not just pain, it is paralysis. It traps you in a mental loop. You relive that conversation, that decision, that silence again and again and again. It is like driving with your eyes fixed on the rearview mirror. You know you need to move forward, but your mind keeps dragging you back. What if I had done it differently? What if I had spoken up? What if I had taken the other path? But that what if never gives you answers. It just drains you, takes your focus, steals your presence. You blame yourself. Anxiety sets in. You avoid. You pretend you forgot. But regret has a cruel side effect. It turns you into a spectator of your own life. You stop choosing, you start surviving, but you were not made for that. You were not born to be ruled by the past. You were born to learn from it and move forward. And I know it is easier said than done. That is why in the next chapter, we are going to talk about how to live with fewer regrets, how to act now before it is too late again. You cannot change the past, but you can stop it from repeating. Living with fewer regrets is not about living perfectly. It is about choosing courage. Here are 4 decisions that could change everything. 1. Act. Even if you are afraid, doubt will always exist, but inaction is what leads to regret. If your heart is pulling you towards something, say it, try it, start it. You might fail, but you will sleep with peace. 2. Have the real conversations. Stop avoiding them. Call your parents. Apologize where you need to. Say, "I love you" more often, and mean it. 1 minute of courage can save you from a lifetime of silence. 3. Think about your 80-year-old self. Before making a big choice, close your eyes and imagine yourself at 80. Looking back, what would they say? That you were brave or that you lived to please others? 4. Forgive yourself. You made mistakes. We all did. But punishing yourself forever is like trying to drive with the parking brake on. Forgiveness does not erase the past, but it unlocks your future. If any of these words sparked something in you, if you remembered someone or something you still need to do not wait. Time will not pause for you. Now, I want to tell you something real, something personal, and something that still hurts. As I said in the first video here on the channel, the one about conviction, I lost my mother, and when I lost her, everything in me broke. It was in December of 2022 that we found out she had cancer. It was aggressive, fast, and time, which always seemed so long, suddenly started to run. On May 14th, 2023, my mother passed away. That day, as if life wanted to make it even more symbolic, was Mother's Day. I could not handle it. The first month after her death, I cried every day. The second month, my mind was still a mess. I could not think clearly. Nothing felt right. At the time, I lived with my wife in a neighborhood called Massaguaçu, in the south of the city of Ubatuba, on the coast of São Paulo, Brazil. That place was our dream. It meant peace, connection, a fresh start. But after everything that happened, the pain was too much, so we decided to leave. In August 2023, I returned to my hometown, Limeira. It is far from the coast, more than 5 hours away. And that is my regret. I still feel like I abandoned something sacred, that I left a part of myself back in that ocean, that beach, that life. But I made a promise. I promised myself this would not be the end of that story. And now, I want to share that promise with you. I'm dedicating myself completely to this channel, Zenpex. This channel, this community, you have been helping me heal more than you know. So here is my vow. When this channel reaches 10,000 subscribers, I will go back to Massaguaçu, back to our dream, back to the place my soul knows is home. And when that happens, our first video will be like no other. It will show that beach, that sea, and the feeling of fulfilling a promise to myself and to you. If you believe in truth, in rebuilding, in second chances, then subscribe to the channel now. Let us reach that milestone together. Because Zenpex is not just about personal growth. It is about real people with real stories, real pain, and a hope to keep moving forward with fewer regrets.